Welcome back everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Builds, and today we're dealing with the 2019 Jaguar XE SV Project 8. Now this has 967 horsepower, 787 pounds-feet of torque from its 5.4 litre supercharged V8 engine. The car itself now weighs 3,285 pounds, has off-road tyres and all off-road suspension to go along with its standard all-wheel drive system, which I somehow missed in my review, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, it can now do 0 to 60 in 3.197 seconds, 0 to 105.934 seconds, and go to a top speed of 215 miles an hour. So surprisingly, this is our first Jaguar on this series, so don't really have anything to compare it against. There's not even that much from saloon cars in particular that are in the top 20. So yeah, this could go either way, to be honest. No, it's not got a ridiculous amount of horsepower over what it had originally or in comparison to other cars in this series, but you know, the launch, the braking, the acceleration and the speed are pretty good. Off-road capability is surprisingly great for a car of this type, only really the handling could let it down, but like I said, the all-wheel drive system is standard. It's not got a massive amount of extra power over what it had originally, although obviously it is still a lot more powerful than what it was. Obviously it is dealing with the off-road elements, but you know, this is certainly a bit more suited to this than say the Aston Martin Valkyrie AML Pro that was in the last episode, but that also proved to be far faster than it had any right to be, going all the way into the top spot by more than a second. So yeah, who knows, but I do really like this car, so I hope it does at least moderately well. Yeah, really glad it's been put into the game, because for the longest time I've wanted this car ever since I first saw it on an episode of the Grand Tour. Unfortunately, even with the XE version that we've had for the longest time, I don't think we could ever put a V8 in that car, so I only ever really was able to dream of owning this car on a game, and I don't have to anymore. So yeah, fantastic addition to the Forza series. Oh yeah, we're going really wide there. Yeah, figured that was going to be the case. There's two of our rewinds to get back into place. Oh, that's going to screw us over a little bit. The fantastic brakes just didn't perform fantastically there. Could have easily been my fault though, in terms of, you know, going in with far too much speed, but unfortunately that is going to cost us a second or two. You know, mistakes happen. We learn from it, that's all that matters. I just had a little bit too much confidence in what the brakes could and can't do. But at the end of the day, this car is still not the lightest of things, and obviously the braking distance will be longer with being on off-road tyres and on off-road surfaces. You're not going to have quite as much grip out here as you would on the tarmac. It's proving to be kind of on the agile side of things. Make up for that mistake earlier. This is far more agile than you'd expect a saloon car to be. 148 down there. The good thing about a supercharger over a turbocharged engine is the fact that the supercharger power is pretty much always there. There's no real lag between asking for the power and getting it. pretty smooth for that last corner, but yeah, not as quick as it could have been given we made that mistake. But I think even with a couple of seconds knocked off at that time, we still wouldn't have got into the top 20. So yeah, 3 minutes 19.268, though, is still a fine time. And yeah, it's a good showing from Jaguar for their first going, for their first for the first, attempt at this course. So yeah, 19.268 puts us just behind the above 695 Biposto, but we are ahead of a McLaren 620R, Cupra Urban Rebel Concept, Lexus RCF Track Edition, the Toyota Sports 800, Chevrolet Silverado LT, Volkswagen Santana, Rivian R1T, and the 1962 Lincoln Continental. But yeah, not only were we slower than an Abarth, but also the Hot Wheels Diora 2, Lincoln Co 100, Saihan Racing 03, Lamborghini Saihan Roadster, and the Cupra Tavascan Concept. So yeah, by no means the best of the saloon cars, I guess you could call it. The Audi RS e-tron GT is faster than us. So is the Lucid Air Sapphire. What else? And the Ford XB Falcon GT. I think that's the one. No, that's not the one. That's the saloon car. Actually, I'm remembering the slightly newer version of that, I think. But yeah, not had many saloon cars on this series is the general point, and yeah, the ones that we have had haven't been the fastest. So yeah, but this is still putting in a good showing. My mistake has obviously cost us a couple of seconds there, but like I said, even with that couple of seconds knocked off, we still wouldn't have been close to the top 20. So yeah, which just goes to show how fast that top 20 that is currently there actually was. And yeah, well off the pace of the Aston Martin from the previous episode by nearly 12 seconds. So yeah, which again just shows how fast that Aston Martin actually was, despite everything that was going against it. But this, on the whole, outside of my mistake, was actually fairly good, just not quick enough as it goes. So yeah, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Some cars are suited to this course a lot more than others, especially the ones that you might not expect to be as quick as they are. Generally are really rather quite quick. You just have to look at the top 10 and the amount of cars in there that are really not suited for going off-road, or can be squared down to basically 9 of the 10. So yeah, that just goes to show that yeah, not every car is going to go the way you might expect. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.